I recently learned that AI schools are flooding the nation via this one school group called Alpha School. And what they basically do is they have the kids for 2 hours in the morning do AI personalized learning, no teachers, just AI to teach them. And then they spend the rest of the day doing extracurricular activities and workshops in areas like gaming and sports. Obviously skeptical about this, I decided to reach out and I'll be touring a bunch of these different AI schools today to see whether or not they're worth it. I'm outside of Next Gen Academy, and this school is interesting because it's an AI powered school that also has a tie-in with esports and gaming. So basically the kids that go here in Austin, Texas have 2 hours in the morning where they do a lot of the educational stuff like math, reading, and writing. And then for the rest of the day, the next 4 hours, they game, they do workshops relating to games, and they even compete in esport tournaments. So if you think you're good at gaming, wait till you see the kids inside. It's just crazy. This is the school that they go to. Like, what school do you go to? Next Gen Academy. And most of their time is spent gaming. It's like every child's dream. And it's $25,000 a year to attend this place. I'm excited to learn about it. Let's go inside. Oh, now we got locked out. We got locked out, but we're going in now. So right when you get in the lobby, they have a bunch of different consoles. There's like a PlayStation remote, a Nintendo Switch, mini fridge here with some LaCroix. Even the front desk has maybe the largest monitor I've ever seen. And this PC is crazy. Look at that. A bunch of different Razer laptops here. I guess this is the mascot for this school, which is the Generals. Looks like AI generated art as well. There's the battlefield room off to here. I think there's students in there right now, so we'll wait to go in. Other rooms, there's the Citadel, the lab, and then back there, which we'll get to. So we're about to sit in on one of the workshops. So we're gonna go back here now and see a bunch of the kids and see what they're gonna be working on. What's up, guys?
Gentlemen, welcome to the guild. Gentlemen, talking about National Napping Day. Who here likes to nap? I know some of you like, what, you like to nap? Tell us a little bit about what it is that you enjoy napping.
Well, I like sleeping a lot, and whenever I could squeeze in a nap, I like getting a good 90-minute power nap in, refreshes me for the rest of the day. I ended up stumbling into a lesson, and I learned that they're not only gaming, but also learning, and they have this really big screen where they show a presentation, which was a cool way to learn because it feels really involved.
Would you rather jump into any video game for a week or pull one game character into real life for 1 hour?
I would do inside the game for 1 week because I like gaming.
Okay, anybody else?
I'll go.
All right, come on, take the floor.
So I would rather jump into a video game because I would jump into either Sonic or Mario, and I would get a lot of coins, and then I would bring that back into the real world so I had infinite money.
Oh, love that.
They actually earn tickets from just being nice and working hard, and they can even level up to different rooms and tests. And also, if they earn enough tickets, they're able to spin this wheel and earn some prizes. Oh! Whoa! This is the lab, so all the workshops are done in here. No shortage of monitors, computers, even Dance Dance Revolution they got in here. But then there still is some study areas like these pods right here. Then a bunch of VR headsets as well, so I guess some of the learning / play integrates some VR. Very unique. So the kids that go here, in addition to academics, also get to utilize all of this as a gaming facility, essentially. So this is the 4th grade check chart. So in order to be proficient in 4th grade, you have to do the following things. So there's everything from climb 110 flights of stairs, all the way to learning how to improve credit score. So very varied. So it's not just gaming or education. It seems like they're pretty holistic. And this is for a 4th grader too. 110 flights is no joke. So I guess there's also like some physical aspect to the schooling here. Here's some active gameplay happening. We got Roblox up. Don't want to mess with somebody's game. Do you know Creekcraft?
Oh yeah, the one that called the cops because someone stole his tongue sahur.
Yeah. You know Steak?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
steak and...
Shout out Steak and Creek. So Felix here is going to show us what today's workshop's all about.
We're like building satellites, like mini satellites that we're gonna throw into space, I think. And we have a few experts like on call with us for each workshop session, teaching us how to do like the breadboard stuff. So
NASA engineers you call in to get some help and guidance on the satellite building?
Yeah.
And you're gonna launch this into space?
I think so.
Wow, that's very cool. So Mox is gonna show us something from last session that they built. It looks like a drone.
So this is a drone that we built from scratch.
Can we try it? Can we fly this? Wow, custom built drone works perfectly. Great liftoff.
The bad thing about my drone that I don't think anyone else's drone can do is it can dance.
You just toggle it back and forth? Can I make it dance?
This is go up, down. I believe it's hold down this button.
All right, so let's say we're over here and we really need to get down. Hold it down. Wow. Yeah, it just goes right to, that's a true emergency land. That is incredible. I had a drone once, but I lost it. I disconnected. Wait, it's still going. Oh, it's done. That drone's lost. Does Next Gen have an esports team?
We do. We have a competitive esports team. That's our extracurricular program, our after-school program.
What do you compete in?
It's
Smash and Marvel Rivals.
You guys have a Smash team? So in here is the Challenger room. It looks like everybody's playing Smash right now on break. So let's go in. Maybe we'll challenge somebody too. They're playing 3-player Smash. So their esports team is actually for Rivals and then also Smash. I guess they play that collectively. So they are in break, but also could be training a little bit too. So this is the Grandmaster room called the Citadel for the Max XPers. So let's look at this. Am I allowed in? I didn't achieve, I'm not a Grandmaster. Is that okay? Oh, you got a couch in here. Free drink? You got a mini fridge in here? Ooh, so only 2 Grandmasters here.
Yeah.
We're amongst the best. And you're still outperforming traditional schools.
Gaming while we're still being smarter.
Gaming and being smarter. So Next Gen Academy was honestly pretty impressive. I mean, the fact that the kids only spend about 2 hours per day learning via personalized AI and then are in the top percentile while spending the rest of the day gaming and doing other gaming related workshops is unlike any school I've ever seen. And they seem to be using AI in all areas of learning, so not only for their school subjects, but also some of their extracurricular. The entire experience here seems to be completely gamified, unironically, and they're also regularly incentivized with arcade trips, which is pretty cool. But I'm told that this next school we're going to is even crazier, though I'm not sure what else there could even be. All right, guys, we just pulled up bright and early to the Alpha School K through 5. So we're gonna be meeting up with a couple of administrators and staff here, and they're gonna show us all around this Alpha School, and we're gonna see what an AI-powered school actually looks like. I already hear some of the kids. So let's get to the classroom. So we're currently in the learning labs. This is where the kindergartners and first graders ultimately learn, and we are here with Brayden.
Hi.
Hey, Brayden. We also have Gabby.
Hi.
And we're going to be feeding all questions and basically a tour of this place through them. So I want to basically learn about Alpha School as if I know nothing. And I read a lot of interesting things online, 2x learning, you hear about that. Instead of teachers, there's guides. From your perspective, what is Alpha School looking to achieve? And how is it different, for instance, from other traditional methods?
So our first commitment is that kids are gonna love school. So everything from the way they learn to the space that you're in right now is designed for kids to love school. So our second commitment is that kids are gonna learn twice as fast in 2 hours a day. The entire backbone of our academic system is gonna be driven by AI. So our lesson plans are gonna be individualized, adaptive, and mastery-based. So every kid is gonna be learning at their own pace. Because of that, that frees up their entire afternoon to learn life skills. So they're gonna be learning things like public speaking, financial literacy, teamwork, independence, and this is another piece that you're just not going to see at a traditional school because you have a teacher in front of the classroom. There's not time to teach these life skills because you spend all day learning academics.
Brayden also told us that students are not bound to a particular grade. So for instance, they could be a 3rd grader in math, but an 8th grader in history. I see that you guys have YouTube Kids here. Is that something that the kids are able to watch, or is that just a one-off?
Yeah, absolutely. So our kids will use YouTube in a couple different ways. One is they might use it in our morning launch, getting the kids super excited for the day. They might also use something like this in their workshop. So if I see kid presidents, 20 things we should say more often, this might be something we use in a public speaking workshop.
I wonder if I'm on YouTube Kids. Oh, look at that, Sambucha AI. Oh, some stuff. Well, I'm in a short with Jenny Hoyos. I guess she's on. And then I have some chess content. So my channel's not here. It looks like other channels in which I'm just featured for some is here. Interesting. All right, so if you're at Alpha, you won't be learning through me. He also showed us Time Back, which is their AI program. If you start at Alpha, you take a test and you're assigned a grade per subject, all done by AI. Then the student can work on a 10-lesson plan and it will adapt to their level in real time. The grading is also interesting at Alpha School because it's not your traditional lettering system, but you have to know 90% in order to pass the material. And what's cool is if you fail, the AI looks at what you got wrong and will help so you can get up to speed. So kids seem to be graded based on this ring that kind of looks like the Apple Watch ring that basically fills in and tells them if they're proficient in the subject. In order to demonstrate proficiency, they have to close rings each day so then they can move on to the next subject. Are you able to take any of this home, or is it very confined to that 2-hour period to learn and do this? Like, is there homework?
So there's no official homework. The students are able to take their work home if they want. Maybe they have a motivational model. Here you can see our emporium that has different things that students are able to buy with our internal currency. The way they earn that currency.
There's like a local economy?
Exactly, yeah, local economy. They can buy all these really awesome things.
Are the snacks too? Snacks included, or is that just part of when the kids are here?
Snacks are gonna be part of the motivational model where if they hit their goals for the day and close some of those rings that you were able to see up there, then they're able to get a snack for our recesses, or what we call our key breaks.
It's like a smart AI Dave and Buster's. See what we got here. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol's so popular. I'm like learning how popular that Bluey is. They got Beast Labs as well. Wow. Is that 200 alphas? So
Yes.
if you want, so these are some non-tangible goods, so you could have lunch with a friend for 200 alphas.
Yeah, so special usually means it's one-on-one and you get to order DoorDash. So by
Ooh.
far the most popular is Chick-fil-A. So we have probably at least one order, if not multiple, of Chick-fil-A every day.
Kindergartners get DoorDash?
They get DoorDash.
What?
So the entire internal economy at the Alpha School runs on this money, and I've never seen anything like this before at any school. Braden also told us that students could invest the money, and the school would even pay them 5% interest. And while it's not for their own personal investment, most of the students donate it to charity or to the community, with one alpha being worth 25 cents.
I wonder what's stopping somebody from just robbing the place and just taking all the tokens. And then Jurassic Park, are the rooms themed, or is that just, it happens to be a dinosaur room?
So LL is our kindergarten and first graders. They're dinosaur themed. So you'll see dinosaur stuff throughout. And then once we get to fourth and fifth grade, they're space themed. So you'll see it's space everywhere.
Can we go into here?
Yeah.
DLC, unlocked a new room here. Oh, so there still is some, like you'll use a whiteboard to still teach certain things. So it's not like entirely online, platform driven. There's still some hands-on learning, and I see some writing as well.
Yes, so we still have a lot of those elements of we have whiteboards throughout our space. You're gonna see books everywhere. We want our kids reading physical books. We want our kids to write, especially our littles.
So are all the guides trained traditionally to be teachers? Does it even matter if they kind of have that background in those subjects?
Yeah, so we see a wide variety of backgrounds from our guides. We have maybe about half that are traditional teachers that are just looking for something else. We also see another 50% that have a variety of backgrounds. Some in business, my background was in speech and debate. Kind of the common theme we're looking for is, are you an expert kid motivator?
Any YouTubers or guides right now?
I don't think we have any YouTubers yet.
No,
Could be
maybe
our
at the end of
first,
this, yeah. So this is the daily schedule. What does S3 mean?
Session 3.
Session 3,
5
okay.
sessions throughout the school year.
Okay, so 8:45 is the limit. So that's 15 minutes at the beginning where you mentioned you would maybe play like a YouTube video or get them excited, Tony Robbins style.
Yep.
Day has started. Then it goes into the core skills. The core skills, like every day, you're learning all 7 subjects. What is genius time?
So let's say in this core skills time, maybe they didn't quite hit their goal in math, but they hit it in everything else. They're gonna have genius time to go back, maybe spend 10, 15 minutes in math, go ahead and hit that goal for the day so they're able to hit everything across the board. And so Climb Quest is a grit workshop that the students did. So they had to climb 40 feet.
Oh, like actually fit,
Actually
like
climb.
Alex
We take them to a
Honnold
climbing
style?
gym, yeah.
Really?
And they
Wow.
had to-
I can't even do that. We have the kindergartners here at Alpha School doing that. So Braden's about to show us the 2nd and 3rd grade check charts. Excited to see these. Hello, how are you? So to master teamwork, you need to put up a tent with a partner in 30 minutes or less. For storytelling, as a 2nd grader, I can present a 2-minute TED Talk with 0 filler words. For financial literacy, you have to demonstrate the ability to save 500 alphas and also articulate cost, revenue, and profit and earn $50 of net profit on the lemonade stand game, amongst knowing 200 sight words and knowing all 50 states on a map. And that's just for 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds. And then when you move to 3rd grade, to be proficient or to master storytelling, you need to master the elevator pitch, which is a 60 to 90 second elevator pitch with 85% conciseness, 90% enthusiasm, and a pace between 120 and 170. How do you determine what that percent conciseness is?
Here it mentions Udly. So Udly is going to be one of the cool AI tools that we use. It's a public speaking AI tool. We're able to upload the video of the student, and then it's going to evaluate all of those metrics for us.
Yeah, even that, 5K in 35 minutes. That would take me like 2 hours now. I can increase my chess level, so every 3rd grader needs to increase their chess level. Do they have like chess.com profiles? Oh, they do? I can independently solve a Rubik's Cube, so every single 4th grader or 3rd grader that has passed can solve a Rubik's Cube here. If you're in 3rd grade and you're watching this, let me know if you can do all of these things. Hi, Anya. Nice to meet you. We've heard so many great things. We saw your chart. You're doing great. So you're in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here?
It's called the Math Academy. There's a leaderboard for how much XP has been earned in this app to make you kind of be motivated to get more XP.
What league are you in right now?
I'm in the Bronze League.
Bronze League? Whoa, some people are Diamond League.
I'll get there soon enough.
So Anya ultimately showed us how they worked. She showed us some questions, and the questions were actually pretty difficult for a 5th grader.
So you have some people who just rush through? If they're
Yes.
good at it, for instance?
Some people might rush. Most of us have learned by now that rushing through is not ideal because you are more likely to get it wrong by rushing.
I'm gonna rush till I get it wrong, let's see. Oh, they're teaching me something? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So sometimes it interrupts with
yeah,
more
sometimes
teaching.
after they give you questions after they teach you the initial stuff to make sure you're following them, and then they show you the next part of it.
And after we answered a few questions, she also showed us how the AI grades them.
So when you class continue, they show you. You've been awarded 7 XP.
Thank you again, Anya.
No.
You're great. Thanks for showing me this platform, or all the platforms.
So how do you handle the idea of using AI to not cheat, but to improve the kids' skills? So almost as like a separate tool for them to improve their writing, for instance.
So we actually say that if a kid is using AI in the morning, they're cheating. So they can't use AI on anything academics.
So no AI.
No AI at all.
Has there ever been a disagreement with how the AI has graded something?
Yeah.
And how do you resolve that?
There might be cases where it's not quite right, or it gave 2 answers that were too similar. It got the grading that was wrong, and then they'll just fix it on the back end.
All right, Braden.
Thank you so
Braden's
much.
leaving us now, but thank you so much for all the information. So in the lobby, they have the Rubik's Cube, which is part of the 3rd grade checklist. So if you can't do this, this is one of like 20 things you have to do in order to pass 3rd grade. I guess this is for people to try out and test. Maybe if you're in 2nd grade, you have aspirations to go to 3rd and 4th grade, you could try it out. This is how I would fare. I'm a 29-year-old man.
A few moments later.
I think it made it worse. And then I think some of the kids even make these Legos, Braden was saying. The attention to detail on this is the Batmobile. This might be for 4th, 5th, 6th grade. You might have to build like a custom Lego thing. But if that's the case, just the fact that kids are doing this, plus Rubik's Cube, TED Talks, elevator pitches, and physical assessments like running a 5K in 35 minutes, next level children. So Braden mentioned that the kindergartners are actually building a treehouse, and they put this together by themselves, which I don't know how that's possible, but 6-year-olds are using power tools. I mean, you could actually see them right here, like full-on hammers and nails to put this together. There has to be some sort of adult supervision. I mean, otherwise that's insane. But then again, like a group of 30 kindergartners, I guess, could throw this together. So they're like 5, 6 years old using AI, power tools, hammers, and it's crazy. That's like the least impressive things that they do.
The school is actually really beautiful. All the rooms are decorated well, a lot of posters, encouragement, different themes, and they even had aquariums. They also have a ton of charging stations across the buildings where students can charge or leave their laptops because they're of course very tech forward.
So what you just saw was Alpha's elementary school, so that was K through 5, and now we'll be heading over to the high school, so you get to see what people like Anya look like when they grow up to be 14 through 18. And apparently they're working on some crazy AI things. So it's about to get crazy. We are leveling up. All right, so we are here now outside of Alpha High School, and who am I joined by?
We got Cameron, Nat.
So Cameron and Nat are going to take us into the school. We're gonna do a little bit of a tour and see all around it.
So Cameron and Nat showed me the school when I walked in, and it all looks super clean. They told me that the building actually used to be owned by Google, ironically, so it used to be an old Google office. And at one point, we even came across one of their secret off-limits doors.
Ooh, off limits.
Quick,
Can we look in there?
I think we can sneak in. So this is our podcast studio.
Whoa. Oh, this is sick. So wait, are you guys building out content?
Yeah, so this is our founder's Future of Education podcast studio. So she works out of here.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips. So they come out of here.
Yeah.
This is a really nice setup. This is so official in here. Does everyone have to, so everyone here knows how to solve a Rubik's Cube because in the Alpha K through 5, it's like required?
If you started in K through 5, you definitely know how to solve that Rubik's Cube. I joined Alpha in October, and I definitely did not go to K through 5, and I do not know how to solve that Rubik's Cube.
So the New York Times, schools where AI shapes how children learn. And this of course is alluding to Alpha High School. Just 2 hours a day are spent on academics. And we're here in the flesh, checking it out. What happens on a day-to-day? Oh, it's a lot of Mac Minis.
Yeah, so
the server to run all the cloud.
Last month we started an OpenClaw workshop. So all the students participating in it, they got a Mac Mini, and their challenge over the month of the workshop was make money only using your OpenClaw agent.
Now, a lot of these Alpha students were making real money utilizing the AI that they use in their day-to-day, and one student actually made $10,000 with it.
Does Alpha take any of that, or is that purely? That'd be a good little model. Kids are playing chess in their off time, not doom scrolling TikTok, they're playing chess. And if you recall from 3rd grade, I believe, the chess ELO has to improve by 300 or something in order to pass. Do you still have the check system for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade? Like anything kind of interesting that they have to accomplish?
It's a little different. So they work on one big project for 4 years, but the goal is like you build an Olympic quality project by the time you graduate high school. Some of them are, making movies, shooting films. Others are creating, Broadway shows.
Intimidating. But they could do it. We're about to talk to some of the high schoolers, and we're going to learn about how they're using AI in their projects. So I think there's a room full of presenters that we're about to walk in. Let's see what they're cooking up. Hey everybody, what's going on? Nice to meet everyone. I'm Sam. So basically I'm a YouTuber, and right now I'm just looking at a bunch of the different Alpha schools. Now I've made it to the high school, and I heard you guys are the coolest and the best, and you're working on some crazy AI related projects. So I guess what we can do is just like go around and just let me know like how you're using AI in your project, what you're building, your process, anything else that's cool about it.
These kids were super impressive, and each student explained their own individualized AI project they were working on, with some working on their own AI agencies, AI bots, and even an AI cybersecurity company for applications.
Have you tested everybody's web application?
Be
sure they're safe.
I've tested Austin's and Jackson's, and I've hacked both of them.
You DDoSed my website.
I also did.
I'm building an AI-powered Harada method-based sports app. It tells you what you need to do to get to whatever your goals are. So anything from like just improving your mile time to going and winning gold in the Olympics. The most unique feature is like nutrition plan generation, which currently isn't offered by any app on the market. I'm going to start with rowing because I'm a rower, but I hope to move into all major sports.
But this was fun hearing everybody's project. We talked AI for a while, and we all had a good time.
Keep killing it. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for visiting.
Of course. So this vending machine right here, Nova Academy, apparently was built by the K through 8 kids here at Alpha. So they all contributed in some way to the making of this vending machine. So while other projects are like put together like those snowflake things at traditional schools, I guess AI schools are putting together fully autonomous vending machines where it has like an auto checkout feature, tap to pay, and all those good things. You would think like a legacy brand built this, but no. Kindergartners. So at AI school, if you have to study or if you have to take a call or something, take a Zoom call, they have these little pods here called the pop-in pods. Let's go inside. It's really good if you want to just focus, lock in. I'm pretty sure it's soundproof. Let me test this. Can you hear me? I'm literally screaming on the top of my lungs. Wait, hold on. My name. No way, nothing. I'm literally screaming at the top of my lungs. So despite it being an AI school, it's actually quite creative. I mean, look at this, for instance. There's a mural in which anybody can sort of doodle. Students at AI school seem to like boba, juice, and tire swings, or donuts. And apparently pigs celebrating their birthday. Over in this area, it looks like people are studying, so I don't want to be too loud. AI students work very hard. So this is the general common area. So it literally looks like a Google workspace. So it's 2 levels. Out behind me is just very open, so it's like a common ground. Kind of looks like a college, basically. Right now they have an expertise block, so I guess they're locking in on something specific, like a specific workshop or something, and then at the end of these 16 minutes, the next block begins. They have a food order pickup thing, so the high schoolers can order, I guess, DoorDash and then pick it up here. I'd be abusing that. They even have a living room here in the common area where people can sit down, watch TV, study a bit, and do whatever. Even some blankets so you can get comfortable while you're studying. Lots of cool touches. Again, it's like Google here. So Alpha High School is a 2025 AP School Honor Roll school because their average AP score is 4.4 and their goal is to get to an average of 5, which is perfect, which is absolutely insane. And I think they said it's one of the highest in the world. Very smart kids here. They even have a 3D printer here called Bamboo Lab. That's cool. So I guess you could map what you want to make and then you could print it there. So if you need a fork, if your food came, this is where you make it. So since it's very tech focused, they have these power stations lying around. So I guess if you need extra charge on whatever device you're using, you could take one of these bad boys. So what you just saw is the high school, and then in here is the middle school. I think people are studying right now, but that's what it looks like in there. Very open concept, pool tables, lots of space, calendars on the wall, lockers, kind of like another shared common space area, similar to the Google-esque one out here, albeit a little more traditional, I'd say, in there. They got these classic school chairs. So on the second level here, this is like the staff/faculty kitchen. Super built out. They have a bunch of different things, even a fridge. Always impressed by these. Stocked with some good stuff. Oh, that's the goated ice right there. That's the Chick-fil-A ice. This ice machine's the best. They have 2 study rooms. This one is Kansas City. And it's themed like Kansas City. There's a lot of nods to Kansas City in here. So again, since this is an ex-Google building, they keep a lot of like the themed rooms, which is pretty apparent in all the Google offices. Yeah, it's a good place to study. So if you're working on a project, you're doing your core learning or whatever it may be, this is probably where you'd post up. But it seems like most of the kids are just out there socializing amongst each other and collaboratively working on whatever projects they're doing. So while all the students are working,
doing their thing. I found this donkey right here too. I don't know what the exact purpose of this is, but it looks pretty cool. It's got some flowers, or looks like a loofah almost here. It's like a metal Trojan horse. I'm sure it has a reason. This might be a leftover from Google, because as mentioned, Google used to own this building. Look at it, like down there, it just looks like a Google workspace.
And that marks the end of our journey here at the Alpha School, and I have to say I'm impressed. The best part by far was hearing from the students and seeing everything that they're all working on, and from just being there for a few hours, I could see why this school was on top.
I'm currently here at Texas Sports Academy, and similar to the other schools, this school is unique in that it uses AI-powered learning for the first 2 hours of every day, so each student has their own personalized learning through AI. They advance through math, reading, writing, all those subjects, and then for the rest of the day, they play sports. So it's an entire campus built out. They have basketball courts, beach volleyball, soccer, and most of their time is actually spent doing this. So because of AI learning, they free up a lot of time, similar to the gaming academy, to which they can then just do sports and focus on getting better in certain sports. They use AI in a lot of interesting ways to improve in sports as well. We're about to head over to a drill over here because some of the kids are doing some workshop on soccer, and I believe they use AI, for instance, to get better at soccer by improving their routines, nutrition, coordination, and their communication skills on the field. Very interesting things happening here. I believe it's K through 8, so you're gonna see a whole different range of kids. Let's start with soccer. So with World Cup coming up, looks like the kids are perfecting their soccer skills. So we're gonna talk to Coach Greg here, and we're gonna see how they're using AI to improve their soccer abilities. Greg, I'm Sam.
Sam.
How are you using AI to enhance some of the skills that are on the field?
So when we're talking about the ball dribble skills, there's a lot of models such as we started using Dribble Up, which really is an online platform where they'll have ball and foot exercises.
So they get to practice off the field by utilizing the platform to spatial awareness, rhythm, ball mastery.
So for them, as far as the spatial awareness goes, we have the Meta platform also for our older kids. Actually, that takes it another level.
Wait, do they use like VR, like Meta Quest to improve?
Meta Quest VR goggles, yeah. So we have that for the older kids. You're doing your agility.
Ground, but we're supposed to go right foot over this.
Right, so if you're doing the inside foot, you go right foot up and over. When you use the outside, you go up and under. Trust your team, they got you.
A lot of accountability and having them own their lessons, as you mentioned. We're seeing that in real time here. So as you heard from Coach Greg, it looks like they're implementing AI for soccer skills. So people will have like different applications that they'll use to improve things like their spatial awareness or their ball mastery. And right now the kids are actually doing self-guided training. They're teaching each other how to actually be better at soccer. So they're like coaching and playing, which is cool. And now we're heading over to beach volleyball, and we're gonna see other ways that AI is being implemented. Okay, we have Axel here. What's up, Axel?
Nice to meet you.
So right now you're doing a beach volleyball workshop?
Yes.
All right, what are you guys doing?
So right now we're doing setting and hitting.
Okay. And do you implement AI in any ways during training?
So not during training, but for our test to pass, we're gonna be mic'd up and we have to have positive communication and teamwork. And then we're gonna upload our talking to an AI and it has to pass a certain grade.
Wow, so it's recording everything you say to ensure that you're being a good teammate, communicating well, optimizing for the sport you're playing. Is that specific to just beach volleyball, or are other sports doing that?
No, some other sports are also implementing AI, but in different ways.
What are some ways that you can be more of a positive communicator on the court specifically?
If your teammate has like a bad play or a bad hit, then you can uplift them.
Oh, so it's not just strategy, like, oh, I'm here. It's also like after the play, how you interact with them. Oh, that's cool.
So after showing me all around the main building, Axel said he wanted to show me one of his favorite rooms.
This is cool. And have you always been at TSA/an Alpha school, or do you come from a traditional school background?
I came from a different private school doing like traditional work, and then I went to Alpha in 3rd grade.
Which one do you prefer, the model-wise?
2-hour learning.
Yeah, right?
It's a lot faster.
Thank you, Axel. So now we're at the indoor basketball court here at TSA, and we have Coach Lisa. Hi, Coach Lisa. And what is this? What do we got going on here?
This is Dr. Dish. It's essentially a partner with shooting. So this thing, it'll pass it to you based on the workout that you choose. And then when you're shooting, there's something that registers how many you make. But the best part about it is the data that it gives you, so that now you can use that data to create a development plan.
Yeah, so machine learning in the classroom and on the court.
Exactly. So now we got to put you through a workout.
All right, let's see. Whoa. Oh. Ooh, quick. Oh, I'm going in. It's quite the arch. Oh no, oh, mid. Oh no, I think I made one. Oh. All right, let's get my data.
Let's get the data. Okay, so the corner is your spot. 50%.
Give me some tips here. I'm not holding follow through. Okay.
Yeah, so it's more like, but when you, like, this is the extra emphasis that you need. Do whatever you're gonna do, but when you're done, make sure your hand looks like this.
Yeah, with that, now let me implement that.
Okay.
Real-time learning. Let's see if I improve. Looking better though? Feels better off the hand already. Oh, I didn't follow through. I felt it on that one. Oh. I was at 13%, now I'm a 20% shooter.
Okay.
Is
So
that...
give me my 7% now.
Hey, yeah, that's on you. Coach, that's on you. Thank you, coach. They also have a ping pong table, and I had the chance to try it. Okay, hopefully this goes better than basketball. Oh, this is so fast. This isn't even the fastest speed. All right, we're here with Alex, who is a table tennis pro, and he's going to show me how to actually use this and how to improve at ping pong. Out of balls. Thanks for showing us that. Thank you. So I say it's an AI like powered thing. It does look so advanced. This is how you pick up ping pong balls. It's closed on the bottom, but then the ball goes right in. So I'm here with Kelvin, and we're currently in the weight room, and there's apparently some cool things happening, AI tracking of people's movement and stuff. So can you speak more to that? I already see a couple of the devices around.
Yeah, so up here we've got our perch. We've got one on each of our racks. They are kind of our eyes and ears to be a coach when our kids come in here to use them. Each of them has an iPad connected to it, and we create a profile for every single kid. The coaches make a program for them that they're supposed to follow. So for example, if they have back squats, they come in here. As they do their squat, it analyzes their form and their speed and gives them visual feedback.
And then what's that over there? So these devices?
Yeah, so these are, they're called evolved force plates. What they are for is analyzing lower body, basically. So someone can step on it, kind of looks like a scale. The kids come on here and do a jump where they squat down and jump and land, and it will measure the generation of force compared between the legs, the landing between the legs, and we can kind of just use that to analyze again, hey, your right leg is really overcompensating for a weak left leg. We need to focus on training up that left leg.
So jump, land, jump again. And then these are the stats we're gonna look after, but this is what I got. Okay, just finished up, so we're heading to closing over here. It's about 3:20 right now. At the end of every school day, the students and teachers huddle up in the cafeteria to recap how the day was, and I was able to attend this.
All right, nice. So let's get
Great meeting, everybody.
Thank you, Sambucha.
Thanks for letting me in. Afterwards, I said goodbye to some of the students, and overall, I'd say that this was a really interesting school. I mean, I like the concept of mixing learning with sports, but with that being said, let's move on to the next school. We've just arrived at GT school, and this is another alpha school, but this one is the gifted and talented. Get it? GT. In here, there's a little over of 20 of the most prestigious alpha students that scored in the 90th percentile nationwide, basically on math, science, and all those different subjects. And inside, we're gonna take a look at what they're working on, different AI tools that they're even building, take a tour of the facility, and demo some of the crazy AI tech that these students are using. So out of everyone you saw so far, this is the cream of the crop. No offense to the other kids, you guys are also very smart. All right, let's go inside. So when I went inside, I met up with Josh, and he explained to us that this school is only for the most gifted students that really wanna learn more with AI, and some of the things that they're doing now is making a 3D printed version of a mini city, and they're utilizing some unique software called Tinkercad in order to do it, and then use this 3D printer to print it and make it come to life. So is this the 3D printer that they build the models for the city off of?
Yes.
Okay. I already see some structures being made. So Tinkercad is the AI software responsible for modeling what then is outputted by the 3D printer. And what age? So starting the kindergartners are also using this?
Yep, so K through 8, everyone's using the Tinkercad software, so.
Reading, writing, math, building cities for 6-year-olds.
Yep, pretty much.
Bear, maybe this is the mascot for their city. This is also a massive monitor.
Yes.
It's bigger than what you'd find in, well, how much?
100-inch.
100-inch? Yeah, I see it. They're sketching motivation, which is a bird, and then a larger bird for more motivation. Is there a currency system here at the GT school?
There is,
okay.
Yeah. We use GT bucks.
GT bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard alpha bucks, and then now GT bucks.
Yep. So yeah, we have GT bucks here. They earn them in very similar ways.
Mm-hmm. Can they exchange with other alpha schools? Is there like an FX market, basically?
Not that I'm aware of right now, but that's a good idea, maybe.
Right?
Maybe in the future, yeah.
The kids at the Alpha School work with an XP system, so if you work well, you can gain XP, and with XP, you can earn things like going into the fun room that they showed us, and there's even this leaderboard that's up here in the front on this TV, and it's really cool to see that they're actually gamifying the school. This is also a random question, I just noticed because the bathroom's right behind us, but do kids have to ask to use the bathroom? Because I know traditional schools, it's kind of more standardized. What is that process like?
Yeah, no, students do not have to
They can just
ask
go?
to use the bathroom.
That should be standard, I feel.
I know, totally, right?
Now, we saw there was the checklist at the other schools in which, in order to pass a grade, you have to complete, and one of them was like improve your ELO by 300 on chess. Is that similar at the GT school?
Yeah.
Or is it more aggressive standards? Actually, when I say the word subscribe, apparently it lights up on the screen. So if I say it, you should see a little animation. Subscribe. Oh.
Yeah, no, you're good. So this is their tutor. There's no chess one on here.
What grade is this for?
This is for 2nd grade.
2nd grade, okay. And they give a tour to a potential GT family, so they have to tour the facility, so they have the independents just kind of like walk them through and tell them about each room and stuff.
Yep.
And then they have to be proficient in this AI drawing tool to create a shared picture, taking turns suggesting edits. Oh, that's cool. So I'm here with Wayne, who is a 5th grader here at GT School, is that right?
Yeah.
And you'll be teaching me Tinkercad, which is responsible for the 3D printing, and you're working on building a city right now, right? And what specifically are you working on in 5th grade, so?
We're just working on, I forgot.
Okay.
I think downtown.
Downtown?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, so Tinkercad, you can basically make your own shapes, or you can draw your own shapes, which is how I made this cool thingy. So as you see, it's just a fountain, and I have no idea where it is right now. Maybe it got 3D printed, I don't know.
So Wayne is showing me how Tinkercad works, and it looks really complicated, so I'm impressed that he's able to make all of this stuff at his age. And I wanted to add my own decor into the city that they were printing, so we decided to make our own gorilla bench.
What color do you want your gorilla?
Let's make him black. Good contrast to the city, to the blue sky. Oh, we're giving him red eyes though? That's a little menacing.
And then I copy, the power of copying.
Copy paste.
Then you copy. Then you paste again for his mouth.
And you turn that horizontal.
Yeah. And then it's like this, and you have your gorilla on that.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Like this. Do you like it?
I do like it, yeah.
Now let's
I'd sit on that.
That's union. And boom, you have a bench like this.
Wow, that actually looks like you could sit on it. That was smart to put that in.
Move it over here.
Wow.
I guess it kind of looks like he's peeing.
Yeah, it looks like a dog using a bathroom.
Look how beautiful the longer.
That looks really good.
Yeah, now he's all black. He's a ninja. You have a ninja gorilla bench.
All right, thank you, Wayne. Thanks for putting that together. Yeah. That was impressive. You made a gorilla bench in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
And it looks like something that I would approve. This was my city. Are kids at, I guess, Alpha School and just GT School specifically, are they allowed to take time off? Like, what's the vacation policy, I guess, of the kids?
I mean, we have a lot of families that will travel. The expectation is that if you travel, you're going to be doing your 2-hour learning. So a lot of families will travel, they'll bring their laptop with them, and students can use it in the car, on the plane.
So it's like a remote hybrid policy, as long as they're getting their work done?
Basically, yep.
So I'm now here with Claudia. Claudia, what grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade, and she built an AI tool, so it's an AI-powered writing assistant. Is that what it is? And you built this?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna show it to me right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, so this is Echo. So I've already made an account. So I'll just log in, and then so it has some projects that you can it has projects, so you don't have to put everything you write in a Google Doc or whatever. It also like some tasks you can do. So I made this example essay. Say I wanted to get it graded. I would go to AI Grader and then I would copy and paste it. And I can either make custom criteria or I can choose from one of these.
Let's get written feedback on this.
Okay, and then grade my work, and it's gonna grade.
Your dialogue sounds genuinely like two kids talking, which is a real skill. Lines like important like what? Feel totally natural, short, curious, and exactly how a real person would react. Oh, so it's very, yeah, it feels like natural commentary. Claudia, you are impressive and incredibly smart.
So after visiting the gifted and talented school, it's pretty clear that AI is helping some of these kids become overly proficient in school subjects. I mean, you had kids under the age of 12 that were building their own AI websites. And while there's certainly some warranted fear around AI making people overly reliant on it and making us less smart, it didn't seem to be evident in all the children I spoke to. But it's pretty clear at this point that for certain students, AI personalized learning makes a lot of sense for them so they can excel past their peers. So after visiting all 5 of these AI schools, would I recommend that you send your kids to these schools? Well, depending on how advanced you want them to be, I think if you have the money, it might be something interesting to explore. I mean, all the kids I met were certainly proficient, well beyond their peers, and they're doing things that I've never seen in a traditional school. With that said, it is interesting to see the teachers replaced with coaching, but they still do have that human-to-human interaction, so they're socialized somewhat well. Nonetheless, though, it was a very interesting experience, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more AI schools prop up in the future. All right, guys, that's it for me, so thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.